Welcome. This is Joey Two Wallets, and that is Big Two Daddy. This is the Coastal Bros. If you guys don't know, I'm in California. He's in Florida. He's a former Californian trying to be Floridian.
No. No. I'm California, baby. I'm California. All right. Now, question for you real quick.
Uh-huh.
You call it California or you call it Cali?
Cali.
Are you sure? Because out here it's Cali, but I've met some people from California are like, man, why you call it Cali? It's California.
No,
I don't.
You're not from Los Angeles. You're from L.A.
All right.
And when I say L.A., for some of y'all people out there who, when we say L.A., we don't mean the city of L.A. We mean L.A. County, which have a whole bunch of cities in it.
Yes.
Because apparently, if you say LA to certain people, it depends on the way it comes out. It might come off as offensive. Well,
when I meet a lot of people from California at my job, they always say from LA, and I go, "Don't give me the generic answer."
In LA, don't give the generic answer. Be specific.
Yes, when you're out of state and you're going somewhere and they ask you where you're from, and if that person's from California, give them a specific answer. I mean, my name tag literally says West Covina, California on it. Okay. I don't want to. Don't give me that generic answer.
You know what? I always say I'm from LA because I don't like giving away too much info. But since I'm from the city of roses, Pasadena, y'all.
Well, then that's all you gotta say. I'm not trying to don't give me a whole zip code. I'm from
I was born at this hospital, and that was at 12:37 a.m.
Yeah, we doing that. But anyways, it's a sports show, not a where you from show. So what you got, buddy?
All right. As I just finished watching the show you and your boys had, it was awesome.
Bromigos.
It is awesome. I can't wait to mix up with them cats. I got some words for Christian and then the chairman. Me and the chairman definitely got to holler because I'm going to peep him up on game with his coach that he's not sure about.
Well, for everybody that listens to, make sure you subscribe to Bromigos. Right now it's on Spotify and Pocket Cast. We're working on trying to get into Apple Podcasts. You can also hear all our shows on YouTube at Sports Daddy TV. So, if you like listening to the shows or you like watching them, Sports Daddy TV will have all our shows. The Bromigos podcast currently on Spotify, and of course the Coastal Bro podcast, formerly known as Sports Daddy TV presents the Coastal Bros, is still on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts. But
and then if you want clips of your shows, sports updates, anything like that, you're gonna want to tune in. You can tune into YouTube TV, Sports Daddy TV, and then also we got Facebook, Sports Daddy TV blog, where you post comments, polls, all that kind of stuff, and then also newly 2 different pages on Instagram that are Sports Daddy TV and Sports Daddy TV, Sports Daddy _TV. So yes. Follow us, get at us, holla at us, get at it.
Also, be a lookout, man. Sometimes we do go live. We do go live on Facebook.
Yes. And I usually go live on Instagram. I'm the Instagram cat. He's the Facebook kid.
Anyways.
All right. So piggybacking off of what you guys were talking about, and I kind of picked from here and there because I don't want to get too much into it. But as far as the NFL games, as you alluded to in the last show, this was such a great football weekend. And to try and knock it down with what I was going to start with you first, the PI in New Orleans. How did you feel? How did you not feel?
It wasn't PI. It wasn't called. It hasn't been called all year. If they reviewed it, they weren't going to change it. They've been sticking to it. It's almost like the referees this year said, you know what?
Let them play.
Bleep you, NFL. We're going to call what we're going to call, and you ain't going to make us change it. Now, I know they changed some, but I was like this. And I wanted to see the refs eat their flags, and they did. I called for the refs eat your flags, especially at the end of the game. That was a great game. Overtime, I didn't want to see that game end like it did last year in that stadium, in that same end zone, and hoopla. It was in pass interference. I'm glad they didn't call it. I'm glad they didn't try to review it. I'm glad it was nothing. It was confirmed touchdown pass. I didn't eat your flag. Don't make referees.
Technically, it ended the exact same way with the no call.
No, there was no call to be called.
Exactly. So it ended the exact same way.
No, but last year's there should have been a call, correct?
Yes, and this year there shouldn't have been.
So good. I mean, now if they would have called it this year, I'd have been like, you know what? That's a makeup call from last year because they didn't want to end like this.
Pretty much you're right on that.
Okay, so I'm glad. Now, hear me out. I said this in the last episode before you go to any more games real quick. The Saints get screwed. They changed the PI. Now you can challenge it, right?
Yes.
Brett Favre does not see the field in overtime. The Saints kick a field goal. They changed that rule to now if you kick a field goal, the other team has a chance to respond or win the game, right?
Right. As you so eloquently put it, the Brett Favre rule.
Right. So Drew Brees gets Brett Favre in this game. Are they going to change that rule now too?
No, because there's nothing to change.
All right. I'm just curious. You know.
Now the next game. The next game, you and Christian was talking about the hit that Christian was talking about the hit that was put on Walk It To Him Wentz. Was it dirty? Christian said he was a moving target.
It wasn't dirty. Yes, it wasn't behind the head. Yes, he was scrambling and he was trying to make a play and trying to get some extra yardage. What caused the concussion wasn't the hit. It was the hit on the ground. He hit it. Look, that turf, that field turf, that grass turf, it's hard. In Philadelphia in January, it's even probably harder than it is in September. So, you know, that's where the concussion came in. It was a perfectly good. Hey, it's a hit. He's fallen. See, now, this is what you need to do, quarterbacks out there. There are all the quarterbacks out here, from Jackson to Mahomes to Wilson and to your boy Tannehill. 2 quarterbacks have baseball backgrounds. And Russell Wilson, no, I'm not calling Kyler Murray. I'm calling in the postseason. In the postseason. Okay. In the postseason. These 4 quarterbacks, 2 have baseball backgrounds. And Russell Wilson, I think, on still a Major League Baseball team. I believe it's still the Rangers. He has the best slide in the game, followed by Kyle Murray in Arizona. If you want to go in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, he slides. He's been sliding more now. These guys need to slide.
He got hurt earlier in the season.
Yeah, you got to slide. If Wentz slides, maybe that he doesn't. Clowney don't hit him. At least it's not in the back of the head. Maybe it's in the side of the head.
Actually, if he slides properly, he gets hit in the back for an aggressive tackle.
Right. So, and then with today's NFL, they probably call it roughing the passer.
Yeah, they would have called it roughing the passer. But at the same time, it would have been a tackle if he would have slid properly. So, kudos to you on that, Cat.
Now, look. This is what I have. In the first quarter, you slide. Game on the line, 4th quarter, you need a touchdown or you need something.
Dive.
You do what you got to do.
Right.
But that was the first quarter. And it hurt him. I mean, like I said before, if McCown was about 5 years younger, he had a lane there, and he could have possibly ran that in.
I'm going to put it to you like this.
But hold on. I just saw the reports right now. Dude was playing with the torn hamstring. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the torn hamstring, McCown, but wasn't good so great for if you're over 40 in this postseason last weekend, it didn't go great for you, did it? And you're a quarterback.
Is that a shot at Christian?
Yeah, it might have been. He's not on this show, so I can throw a little more dags at him, but he's not gonna worry about walk away.
All right. Also, when I was playing football, when I was young, they taught us see your target, go through your target. But that when you hear it all the time on TV, play through the whistle. Make sure your guy is down. Don't assume anything. So I can't blame Clowney, but I'm sorry. During the season, that's a dirty hit. During the playoffs, that's an acceptable hit for me. It's just like the difference between October baseball and the baseball season. You're going to get leaps and bounds of effort that are different.
Yeah.
In the NFL, tackle through the cat. Get him down. It's that simple. Try not to draw a flag, which it didn't.
Yeah, no call. No call. Agree with him.
Play on, boys. Play on. The next thing I wanted to kind of tack off you guys. Kirk, even though his name's not Kirk.
Kirk.
Third Cousins, according to Shannon Sharp. You guys were saying that he's going to blow it in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, baby. Do you like that? Do you like that? Fourth quarter. Do you like that? Now, who just said? I didn't just say it, though. Who else just said that on the episode?
Elaborate.
It was the chairman. The chairman and I agree.
Right.
That Kirk Cousins and Delvin Cook will make this game close. Come the fourth quarter.
In the first half.
First half, possibly even the third. Come the fourth quarter, about 5 minutes to go in the game. Vikings possibly up 3 or so. Bam, here comes it, and guess what? They lose.
Okay. And you said by fumble or by some sort of turnover?
Yeah, something by Cousins, though. Not by Cook. Not by Cousins, okay? Not by Rudolph. Not by Thielen. It's going to be by Cousins, okay? Cousins going to throw something, going to force something, and pick. I'm not saying pick 6. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying pick, and,
Okay.
Packers.
Just because just for my familiarity.
Now. However, that was what I said.
Mm-hmm.
I did not say I was thinking I want the Packers to win. Don't get mistreated now. I did not speak. Doesn't mean I'm going
Vikings.
I don't like the Vikings in this game.
You do.
I do, because now you listen. I got a rematch of a Super Bowl 50 years ago.
You are not talking Vikings Chiefs.
50 years ago in the making, buddy. That's what I'm going with. That's my little prediction. I'm doing 50 years ago. Who was the Chiefs and the Vikings? And who won? Kansas City Chiefs.
You know what? The last time I predicted a Super Bowl, it didn't go that well for me. I said it was going to be Chiefs and Cardinals. Never happened. That was the last time at the beginning of the season where I chose. Both of them made the playoffs. One lost in the first round, and the other one lost in the second round. So neither here nor there.
No,
but the way I see it, if Kirk Cousins loses his game, it's going to be to his weakness. He does not catch up well. He is what they say a front runner. If the Vikings have the lead, he's going to be phenomenal. If he's the guy who's got to throw him to catch up or to get back in the game, he's not Rodgers, he's not Favre, he's not Murray, he's not Russell. He's not built like that. But if you give that cat a lead, he'll eat you up. And guess who also has that same trait? Well, Tom Brady got better at it when he was older, but when he was younger, Tom Brady was horrible at that. I guess with age comes wisdom, and he's the oldest fart in the league. Oh, well, soon to be out fart if anybody wants his old behind.
Oh, I'll tell you later where he's going.
I already we talked about this earlier. I don't think he's going to the Colts. I've been saying for a minute, Phillip Rivers, Frank Wright, Colts makes all the sense in the world.
Yep.
AFC South has the best division in the league next year.
That's fine. And guess what? When that trade happens, that boy's
He's a free agent.
I know. Okay. Okay, boss. Okay, look. If Phillips is a free agent too, Rivers is a free agent too.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
so when
eight of them. There's eight, and I think Cam Newton will be 9. So Marcus Mariota, Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, Andy Dalton, who's rumored to go to New England, by the way, which would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Bridgewater. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
Drew, maybe Drew Brees. Right?
I think
Drew Brees.
I think Drew.
Yeah.
Cam.
All right. So, besides all that, the Rivers and Brady are gonna be passing each other on I-10. Okay.
Pretty much.
Because Brady going to Carson, and Brady's gonna go to the new stadium and help. And that sucks because I'm gonna see Brady 2 more damn times a year. But I'm going to see 45-year-old Tom Brady, not 38-year-old Tom Brady. And I think he's going to Chargers. I think Brady's going to Chargers. I agree with Skip Bayless. It's a perfect thing. Perfect setup. Perfect. And you know what? The funny part is he has weapons. Now, Brady didn't do bad. Like, okay, look, we're going to get to that Titan game in a minute. But if I said this in the last podcast, and I said it to Christian, I said if Brady had weapons, I'm talking differently in this part, right? I might be thinking that even they might even have the 1 seed if they had weapons. If there was his team last year, he had no weapons. He goes to LA. Okay, he goes to LA Chargers.
They got at least 5 legitimate weapons.
They got weapons, yeah. And one of them isn't even Melvin Gordon.
But they have the weakest offensive line in that division.
So you rebuild.
Okay, but you're going to have to pay Brady at least 15 to 25 in that number.
So you get some good offensive linemen in the draft. You got a low pick. Okay.
Okay, the reason why I don't see that happening is because offensive line are not developed nowadays like they used to. It is literally the hardest position to draft for other than quarterback. Nowadays, running backs, it seems like everybody's got 1 or 2.
Yeah. So,
but that being said, I mean, it's gonna be funny how this offseason turns out. But since you brought that up, I hate to say this because, contrary to popular belief, I am the #1 New England hater, okay? And it's not even New England I hate. I hate Tom Brady. I'm just not a Tom Brady fan. I don't believe anything. Y'all might believe Rob Parker is. He's not. I am. I've been screaming about it ever since his game managing days when they were kicking with Adam Vinatieri to win Super Bowls. So let's back up just a little bit. I hate to say this. Christian, you might like this. Sorry, world. The dynasty is not over yet.
How you
Tom
figure?
Tom Brady is not going anywhere. They are going to bring in free agent wide receivers. I can actually prove it, but you know what? I'm going to hold that off, and I'm going to have this conversation with Christian and tell him why his dynasty is not over.
It's over, buddy. It's over.
I actually have proof that states otherwise. But like I said, I'm not going to go into it right now.
Hey, man, the hood don't want him. The hood don't want him.
LA don't want him either.
The hood don't want him.
LA don't want him.
LA needs him.
No, I don't want that traffic.
You need him. Why do you need him? You need him? Why?
We got the most wishy-washy fans in all the country. I do not want Tom Brady here. And everybody goes, Tom Brady. No, I don't want that.
You need him, man. That second citizen in that new field.
And look,
little brother needs some help, okay?
When I ran into Kobe Bryant, I was a hater of Kobe Bryant at first, but I respect Kobe Bryant for his game. Okay, I brushed past and like I didn't give a hootie hoot.
The little brother needs some help, okay? The little brother in that stadium, they need some help. They need some help selling tickets.
Nope.
They couldn't even sell out a soccer stadium with their fans. Did you not see the Pittsburgh Steelers Charger game? I thought they were played in Pittsburgh.
Phillip Rivers didn't have a great year on the touchdowns, and the Steelers were no quarterback. Who are they going to go see?
Look at the crowd, man. All those terrible towels out there.
That's my point.
Were the Charger fans giving out towels for their crying fans?
Los Angeles is the biggest melting pot, wish-washy fan base I've ever known in my life.
Right, but what will sell tickets? What will get the Charger fans there?
Drop the prices.
Free
parking. How about that?
TB12. TB12.
Look, I don't want to see no drug TB12 clinics in California.
I'm gonna buy you.
No.
I'm gonna buy you that TB12 hat. I'm gonna buy you that TB12 hat.
No, you're not.
And the picture I got on my phone is gonna be a new one.
You'll see me on TV talking about.
Speaking of which, did you see that picture? That Patriot fan? Now, you ain't a Patriot fan. You just a guy trying to get likes. The guy out there, you trying to get likes. I ain't even gonna talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not talking about it. But if you see it out there, don't like it. Don't like that video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google fans in Patriot jersey.
Oh crap! I'm not going there. Also, I need to sit down and have a conversation with the chairman because I did a little digging in that new coach's regime, and I kind of actually like the idea.
No.
38. He's young, and he has a very, very good. His house wasn't built on the sand, all right? That's all I'm saying.
Look.
He's building his house, but it's not on the sand.
If you're in Florida, you build house.
It's not the Bengals coach.
Hey, look, man, if you're in Florida, you build house on sand, okay?
No, you ain't supposed to build your house on sand. Hello?
In Florida, the houses are built on sand. We ain't got no dirt here. Okay. But I said this and I'm gonna ask you the same question. Now I gave him 2 different years and he said one was kind of high. So I'll give you this. Over under in 3 years, is Joe Judge still the head coach of the New York Giants?
Over.
Not even.
OVER. How you doing?
Look, man. I said this, and if you go on our Instagram at Sports Daddy TV
underscore
TV, Sports Daddy underscore TV, we got too many of them. But I even put it on the Sports Daddy under the regular Sports Daddy.
If you just look, we'll switch content, so we'll just post the same thing.
But I said it's a warm seat for Mr. 8-8 himself, the soon-to-be offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett. Now, Jason Garrett, by the way, is the vice president of the 8-8 club because the 8-8 club president is retired and he coached your Titans.
Hey, he had an interview with Dallas before Mike signed, so don't go there. All right. Jeff Fisher, okay, first of all, Jeff Fisher is way underrated. Look, how many coaches can you say is master of the 8-8 club? But look how many times he's involved with the team. The team has a solid defense when he leaves. He builds teams. Whether he knows how to coach them or not, I think Jeff Fisher will be an excellent GM. He has an eye for defensive talent. Right. Always has, always will. Oh, yeah, and guess what? He's from the Buddy Ryan tree.
Not that many people left from that tree.
The Ryans, Jeff Fisher, Jim Schwartz, Jimmy Johnson's. Oh, he's dead.
You know what they have in common? They're all out of football.
They're all out of football. None of them have a Super Bowl ring. But guess what? They all know how to get talent, which is what you need in the NFL.
We shall see. What we
Oh,
got
and
now?
mind you, all those rosters that were built, except for Dallas's, all have been in one way, shape, or form to a Super Bowl with that nucleus. Oh, you want to bring up? You want to look at last year's Super Bowl? Who built that defense in St. I said St. Louis. Who built that defense in St. Louis?
Yeah, I know.
Jeff Fisher. Okay, so I mean, so this Sean McVay genius comes in, smacks a couple of offensive linemen, and says, "Here, throw the ball over here, and we're going to get to a Super Bowl."
All right. So.
Okay. Now, okay. We had 4 great games.
Yep.
Who do you have between San Francisco and Minnesota winning? And I believe you know the points.
You mean Seattle and San Francisco?
Yes, I do. My bad.
Yeah. It's Minnesota, Green Bay, Seattle, San Francisco.
Am I
tripping?
tripping?
Wait, no. Am I tripping? Oh, wait. No, never mind.
No, it's Green Bay, Seattle, Minnesota, San Fran. Yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah. Minnesota's going to Candlestick, even though it's not Candlestick anymore. I will forever call it Candlestick Park. I don't care.
Okay.
And the only game I am not picking is the Green Bay game.
Well, that's what I said. So that's what I mean. So, okay. I want Minnesota to win. I think they'll have a lead. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? I want them to win. And I'm picking, like I said, I picked Minnesota to go Super Bowl. So what do you think I'm going to pick? I'm going to say I want Minnesota to win. I think the 49ers are going to win. I want the 49ers. It's okay. If the point spread is 7, I'm going to say Minnesota wins 28-24. But, I mean, like I said, who I want and who I think is going to win is different. I went 2-2 last week, so, we'll see what happens.
Let's see. Last week, if I'm not mistaken, I picked my Titans. I picked Russell Wilson, which he did. And I lost the Saints one.
Yeah.
Go figure.
You both, buddy.
Yeah, still shocked at that. And the only reason why I lost the Buffalo Bills is because J.J. Watt decided that he wanted to take a steroid shot before the game.
Nah, you lost that because Josh Allen in the second half showed he's really green.
Josh Allen is green, but he's every bit as talented as he proved that he should have been when he was drafted out of Wyoming. Y'all need to stop hating on Josh Allen. That has been my boy since college.
First half,
stop hating on Josh Allen.
He was good. In the second half, he was
did everything.
Green.
Look, he went out of his left mind trying to win the game. I'm not even mad at the pitchback. I'm just mad.
No, I ain't talking about the pitchback. He's just green. He's green as a $20 bill.
He played a better game than Deshaun Watson. But I don't want to bring up the QBR, and I'm not going to bring up the QBR.
I'm not, man. Look.
Allen played better than Watson.
I'll say it this way. He did.
Watson had the better outcome.
He did. Houston didn't win the game as much as Buffalo, to me, gave it away.
Yeah, Buffalo lost that game. So they were up 16 donut, and then J.J. Watt had to go sacking people in the third quarter like he was.
Yeah, well, we'll get to Mr. Watt.
And I made a shot of adrenaline, not a shot of steroids. My bad.
We'll get to it. So let's get to the. You want to get to that next game? Your Saturday night game that you're so happy that you're off and you can watch. You're not working at it.
Oh yeah.
That so you don't even
when
have
my Titans.
We're on a show. We're recording the show, and you ain't even wearing your Titan gear.
When my Titans win 31-24.
Wow.
In Baltimore. Because guess why? Fourth quarters matter.
Okay, so
we're going to show y'all exactly what the rest of the league should have done to Lamar Jackson. I am not discounting his greatness. I just think you guys are really discounting the defensive rookie of the year that none of you guys are talking about.
Okay, so look, I want Tennessee to win.
Look, I understand why you want Tennessee to win. You want home field advantage. Don't give me that mess.
At the same time, I don't want Tennessee to win.
You're afraid of the look. There was a 20-minute part episode with Shannon, Eric Dickerson, and Skip this morning, and I quote, they list him at 6'3", 240. Shannon Sharp said he's taller than me, and he's at least 15 pounds heavier than me. Shannon Sharp said, I am 245 right now. He's at least 15 pounds heavier than me. So, that means, and Eric Dickerson said, I said, how you doing? He's at least 6'5", 6'6", 260.
But, however, some part of me wants to be the revenge tour.
Oh, I was on that too. That's why I wanted Buffalo to win.
So I have a chance.
Because I knew we was gonna beat the Patriots. I know we gonna win the next. I know we gonna beat the Ravens. I'm not. Look, you know me. I don't bet more than $1. I got $20 bet with my boss and my job.
So I wanted to be okay. We beat Baltimore before. I think we can beat Baltimore again.
I'm not worried about Baltimore either. And it's not even Lamar Jackson I'm worried about. It's that funny offensive line.
But in my game, we'll get to in a minute. I'll talk to you about it. But the revenge tour would be kind of sweet to get the Super Bowl. Revenge tour 2020. That'd be nice. But I mean,
and how funny would it be? Your team and my team end up in the AFC Championship game.
We're gonna have bet of all bets. If that happens, the bet of all bets. It ain't even gonna require money, buddy. We're gonna do something foolish. We're gonna think of something foolish. It's gonna be something really foolish that we're gonna put on video and have it on video. Ain't gonna be no money bet. Ain't gonna be no side $20 bet here or $10 bet here or $2 bet there.
Look, I am not in any way, shape, or form repping the Chiefs Kingdom. Even though I've always had respect for the Chiefs. I heard your last podcast. I am not joining in any way, shape, or form the Chiefs Kingdom. And I'm so with the chairman. If somebody put a gun to my head and I had to pick between New England and the Chiefs, I'm joining the Chiefs Kingdom. I mean, don't nobody want to be on that New England train. Nobody.
Well, like I said, I'm not putting the cart before the horse, and I'm not counting my chicken before the hatch. Okay, we need to beat the Texans first before anything like that happens. Right now, I'm not. No, you can put the cart away. I'm not putting the car. No. So, no.
There's no horse, but this Spider-Man will pull this car.
I'm not. No. Well, I'm putting Spider-Man first to pull the car. I'm not pulling the car. The car ain't pulling Spider-Man. However, so we'll go to the next game, obviously, on Sunday.
Right.
Chiefs, Texans. Obviously, I want the Chiefs.
Obviously, I do too. And I told you last week it's going to be a blowout. I actually have it 38-12.
I don't have it that. I think we're going to win by 10. Or what did I?
Y'all going to win by 10. Matter of fact, I bet you $1 right now. I bet you $1 right now. And if I lose, I'll send it to you via phone.
Yeah. 38-28. I got 38-28 Chiefs.
They will not score 20 points.
Now, I text this podcast called the Chiefs Zone podcast. It's a really good podcast I listen to. I texted in and I said that it's not really going to be on the players because, okay, other than the reports I see right now, Chris Jones possibly has a hurt ankle from playing basketball. I'm not quite sure how much truthful that is. I'll have to look more into it and see. I text him and I said this, and I'm gonna read the text exactly what I put. As long as the new Andy Reid doesn't turn into the old Andy Reid.
Oh, here we go.
and the defense is still playing the way it has played the last 3 games with stopping the run, stopping the pass, and getting key turnovers, we'll win the game.
Okay, let's go back a year. Okay, real quick, let's go back a year. You said, why would they hire Steve Spagnuolo? What did I tell you?
Okay, I told you, I'm okay with Steve Spagnuolo now. It took a while, it took a blend, but that's.
And I told you, as soon as he gets that 5th defensive lineman to rotate, you're gonna start seeing the difference in the secondary.
Okay, but our secondary's hurt. Thornhill's out. He's not out. He tore his knee. He's not playing. Honey Badger has played great. Great improvement from Eric Berry to the Honey Badger. Mm-hmm. Okay, our defense took a little while. It's healthy. I'll find out what the whole Derek Fisher, Chris Jones thing is. Here I go. I'm getting heated again, just like the last episode when it comes to the Chiefs. Very passionate about the Chiefs. Okay, so I'm getting heated again. I'm gonna get up there just like last time. You guys,
but I'm on your side.
But you guys doing this to me again. You guys did the damn bro. Migos did this to me. Christian did this to me. Now you doing this to me. Okay, I know you're on my side, but you didn't let me explain my comment there. Conservative Andy Reid.
No.
If conservative Andy Reid will not get us a win in this game, if we go up by 17, if we're up 17-3,
run the ball.
Conservative Andy Reid, and his little ass screen passes to the left and screen passes to the right, and there's little tight end screens and there's little wide receiver screens, we're gonna lose that game. Okay, we're gonna lose it.
Okay, so we're on no right now then, right? Go ahead and write it down. You got your book, right?
Yeah.
I bet you $1 the Texans do not score 20 points in this game.
$1 bet.
Because you somehow think they're scoring 20 points. The way that defense has been playing lately. They don't have the offensive line to handle the D tackles or that defensive in the way he's been playing. And the linebackers been playing lights out. And guess what? Honey Badger actually likes playing near the line. Carlos Hyde is not going anywhere. They just had him on the team. They know how he plays.
But did you see what happened when they did it? Carlos Hyde almost had 200 yards rushing.
How long ago?
Okay, this was, I got to pull it up. I believe it's in the middle of the week. So I'm going to say week 8, week 9.
7?
No, week, I want to say week 9, maybe week 8.
Oh, okay. And when did the defense start playing lights out?
Okay, week 13. I'm not saying. Okay, look, I'm just saying.
What happened right before they started playing lights out? Oh, they signed an extra defensive lineman.
No, they signed T Sizzle. Okay.
Okay.
So look. In the game before, they weren't playing. Chris Jones was out. Eric Fisher was out. McCoy had 44 yards rushing. They had nothing to stop Carlos Hyde. I'm not saying that. I believe that, dude. I'm saying if Andy Reid just takes his pedal off the gas, we're going to lose.
Andy Reid have a chance to do that because the Texans won't score 20 points. And the Chiefs are going to score 17 by the half.
If they're up 17-3, mark my words, write it down. If Andy Reid goes conservative and starts running the damn ball, or starts throwing screen passes, if he does, we're gonna lose the game. Write it down. This is what. Okay, I said it. Look, man, follow Chiefs Kingdom on Facebook. Go on that Twitter feed. Go on that Facebook feed. Okay, go on there. I'm not the only Chiefs fan that says it. This is what I'm talking about, though. I'm not the only fan.
I watch what's Big Dude's name? I watch both of them. They're both Kings fans. I'm a Chiefs fan. I understand where the paranoia comes in.
Okay. Look, man. Look. Okay. When they're up 17-3, don't call my phone. Don't text me.
Matter of fact, I will call. Matter of fact, I'll be at work, so I won't be able to call your phone. But when the fourth quarter starts,
they play at
12. Hold on. When the fourth quarter starts and it's like 28-10, I'll call you then.
No. Look, I'm gonna pull this up right now. All right. Colts versus Chiefs in 2013. What happened? What happened in that game? We were
Yeah,
up.
but I love how also you pulled up. You also said against the Colts. Yeah. Which one are you talking about? The greatest playoff game of all time with Peyton Manning and Trent Green? Or are you talking about the recent one with the fumble?
I'm talking about the fumble to pick up the fumble. We're up 38-10, and my phone blows up, and people are telling me, congratulations, yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, I have to turn off my phone because we blew a big lead under Andy Reid. Now, I know we had Alex Smith as the quarterback. I get it. But it's under Andy Reid.
Hello, folks. This is what happens when paranoia gets a part of you. If you want the subscription to that drug to
come to Florida, I'll give it to you.
I'm sorry. If you want to catch it, the paranoia from him, go ahead to Florida. If you want the cure, come to California.
Okay.
Joey 2 out. Yeah.
Do I remind you of the Tennessee game and the Mariota to Mariota catch? Who was winning that game?
That was phenomenal.
Yeah, but who was winning that game?
Actually, Derrick Henry was winning that game. He had over 100 yards in that game.
Going into the fourth quarter, who was winning? The Chiefs. What happened?
And actually, the correct term is leading. You weren't winning because the game was not over. Okay. You guys are leading in the fourth quarter.
Leading in the Colts game back in 6 years ago. 7 years ago now. Who was leading in that game? Who was leading in the Pittsburgh game when the phantom holding call on Eric Fisher when James Harrison slips? I said this in the last episode.
Now that one I'll give you. That Pittsburgh game I'll give you. The other ones?
Okay, I'm just saying, man. Paranoia and the playoffs happen. I'm not. You think?
Hello.
Look,
hold on. I understand your paranoia. Okay, first of all, my Titans have lost the Super Bowl by this much. Yeah, exactly. And then my Arizona Cardinals, San Antonio Holmes. I still don't like to admit that he got 2 feet down.
Okay.
And my Cardinals caught an L.
But here's the catch. You want to know the difference between that is? You know, between that and my team?
My guys were in the Super Bowl.
You saw your team in the Super Bowl.
Both of them.
Okay? I don't know what that is. I'm 38. They were in Super Bowl 4 50 years ago.
Good point.
Paranoia is real with the Chief fans.
All right, so we're gonna speed up here a little. Hold on.
It's not gonna be 30-0 when they beat Texans in Houston when they beat them that year and they ran all over them 30-0.
Okay, we were all pretty much happy when Philly got beat, right? I was a fan of them when Nick Foles was there. I don't like Carson Wentz. I'm not okay. It's not that I don't like him. I'm just not a huge fan of Carson Wentz. I'm not people who think that he's a walk it to him either. So I will say this much. Are you really betting Aaron Rodgers and the youngest team in the postseason against Russell Wilson?
Yeah, I like Packers.
You're bolder than me, my friend. You're bolder than me. I am not picking that game. If you look at the whole teams, both teams.
No, I know.
Green Bay is healthy. And I want you to remember this when you watch this again on YouTube. And y'all folks, remember, YouTube, baby. Sports TV. Yeah. I want you to remember this face. Don't count out the most underrated quarterback in NFL history. If Russell Wilson wins that game, we all know that game's going to be close. And we all know if he gets the ball in the fourth quarter, Seattle's winning that game. Now, how New England pulled out by getting a pass interference on the goal line when Seattle was going in, yes, maybe they should have rushed Marshawn Lynch. That does. Oh yeah, guess who's back in this game? You guys are counting out Marshawn Lynch and Russell Wilson. I can't wait for everybody who's picking Green Bay to be upset. But I'm not going to pick them. I just want to watch that game in the morning.
Pick them.
I bet you
pick somebody. You be pick somebody.
I'm going to get my $2 this weekend. Matter of fact, I'll bet you, I'm not picking them, but I bet you, I'm not saying that Seattle's going to win, but I'm saying that Green Bay is going to lose.
All right, so I got you for $1. You want Seattle? Be picking Seattle.
No, I'm not picking Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm betting that Green Bay loses.
Nah, we picking Seattle. So I'm gonna get $2 from you this week. When it's 21, when it's 38-28.
You know what?
Chiefs win.
Throw in the $3 because I know you think my Ravens gonna lose. Everybody else do.
The Ravens are gonna lose?
Everybody else think the Ravens gonna lose. I mean, everybody else think the Ravens gonna win, so you might as well throw a $3 there too.
I told you before who I want to win. Who do I think is gonna win? I want the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, you want the Tennessee Titans to win so you can have home field advantage.
And because it'd be good content between the two of us.
Well,
I think I think Baltimore is gonna win. Yeah, but again, I want that revenge. But then again, part of me wants that revenge tour.
But didn't you lose to Baltimore this year too?
Nope, we beat Baltimore.
Oh.
We that's what people are forgetting. We beat Baltimore, but we beat Baltimore in week 3. So both teams in week 3 are totally different than what they were now.
No, you're right.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what running back shows up. Does Darren Williams show up? Does Damian Williams show up? Does Damian Williams run the ball better like he did the last 2 weeks?
Does a healthy Shady McCoy show up?
Well, Shady McCoy has been on the Kawhi Leonard playbook all year long. Okay, miss a couple games here, don't play.
Load management.
So we'll get this like that. So,
all right. I wanted to kind of change speed a little bit. As I was doing a little bit of research, I really wanted to get because this is a sports show and I'm really trying to get into baseball. So I want to watch baseball. Not just October. Like I always watch October when I turn my cable on because I'm not paying $200 for cable. I got sick of that, so I turned it off. I now have it back on. I'm not paying $200 no more. So now that I have my TV back,
you're paying $199.99.
No,
I just messing. I'm just messing.
$119.47. $119.47. Yeah.
Too much.
All right. So, as a guy who really wants to get into baseball, really starting to get into the nuances. What you said 10? 6? I want the top 6 baseball players that I should watch. My cousin said Mike Trout. Well, my cousin Parker, he's a huge Angels fan. So I don't get it. There's a Dodger out.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a bunch of baseball players, right?
Okay, go for it.
All around baseball.
All-around baseball players.
A number 1 player you need to watch is the pitcher just signed with the Yankees. He's the multi-million-dollar man, Garrett Cole. You got to watch Garrett Cole. Everybody, Garrett Cole.
Oh, Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole. Awesome player. Awesome. He just signed. He was the hottest free agent in the market. Okay, he signed a huge. I mean, when I say huge contract, he signed a 9 years, $324 million contract. Okay, for a pitcher. All right.
At least tell me that dude bats too.
No, he's in the American League, buddy. He went from Houston to New York. He ain't never swing a bat in his life. No, in the interleague. Second player to watch signed a 7-year, $245 million contract this past offseason. He's also a pitcher. And he's also the defending, or should I say like this? I do my Paul Heyman voice. Reigning and defending National League MVP World Series MVP, Steven Strasburg.
Oh, okay.
That's another pitcher to watch.
Where did he sign?
He signed with the Nationals. He went back home.
Oh, okay. So he re-signed. Okay.
He re-signed. Okay. The third guy you need to watch, I'll say it again, is the reigning, defending National League MVP. You got to watch Cody Bellinger. And I know you watch him because he's a Dodger. Okay?
My wife, huge Dodgers fan. My son, because of my wife, he's 6 years old. He kind of latches onto us right now, but he's starting to develop a little bit. He's a Titans fan, proud to say.
That's my third guy. The fourth guy I'm watching is Christian Yelich. And I'm watching him because he had a great MVP season until he got hurt. Until he felt that ball off his kneecap and broke his kneecap, I believe. And so we'll see how bad when he comes back. That's my fourth. The fifth guy is he just re-signed with the Red Sox. I thought he was out there. Mookie Betts. Watch out for him. I think he had the chance to be MVP this year. Still don't agree with the MVP that won it last year. But
no, it's funny that you mentioned him because when I was doing my research, I looked over multiple sources for the top 10 to 12 players. Mookie Betts was on every single one of them.
Right. And my sixth one is the defending Cy Young champion, Jacob deGrom. The dude wins games with a crappy team. Let me tell you. He finds to win games with the New York Met team that doesn't win games.
Jacob deGrom?
Yes.
That's an awesome name.
Look it. Let me tell you. He's a defending 2-time Cy Young winner. He won it. New York Mets. The New York Metropolitan Mets, who don't win, but somehow he's won back-to-back Cy Youngs.
Okay.
Can I give you a couple sleepers?
Go for it.
They're a team. They're on the same team. Okay? They're on the same team and they play up north in Canada for the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays, yeah.
Their daddies both played in the major leagues. I could actually do 3, but I gotta find it. Let me give you the other. I'll give you. I'll do 3. I'll do the 2. Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. You need to watch those 2 players, and you might as well. I don't know his name, but he's the son of Craig Biggio. Okay, all 3 of those players' dads are soon to be or are Hall of Famers. Well, maybe Dante Bichette may not be a Hall of Famer. Maybe he might later. But Vladimir Guerrero Sr., Craig Biggio, those guys got to be in the Hall. If they're not in the Hall, they need to be in the Hall. Okay? You got to watch those 3, their sons. But you also got to watch the Toronto Blue Jays because they're making moves. They just signed Hyun-Jin Ryu. It took Ryu from the Dodgers.
The Dodgers?
Yes, he went to Toronto. They're making moves. They're gonna try and dethrone that empire up there in New York that just signed Cole. So they're gonna try. I'm not sure if they do that, but they might give the Red Sox some competition for a wild card.
All right. Other than the fact that you're a Dodgers fan, you got something against Mike Trout?
I just don't believe if you hurt most of the year, you should win the MVP.
Understandable.
Okay. If you're hurt, your team finishes last. It's basically, I look at this. We had this debate. I believe we had this debate between me and you the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Is it most valuable player or is it most outstanding player?
Well, in the NFL, it's the most valuable quarterback.
Well, just saying in general, okay?
So as
Mike
far as
Trout
right, and that's kind of my point. So technically, according to conversation, it's technically the most outstanding player. Because if you look at the most valuable player in the NFL, truthfully, if you take Russell Wilson off of Seattle, that they're maybe no better than that's a 5-win team, if that.
Right.
They just have really, really good coaching with no quarterback.
So that's just my stance. It's that you got to look at it this way. Most valuable player is the guy that's valuable, that's going to help you. If he's not in the game, he's gonna hit. The possibility. Now, MVP, most valuable player for the Dodgers. Obviously, he changed some games. Okay, but Mike Trout, what did you got? You guys finished 4th.
Hold on, don't say you guys. I am not an Angels.
Oh,
I
no,
am
I
not
mean,
an
not.
Angels fan.
Okay.
I am an Oakland A's fan. I just forget the star that we signed 3 weeks ago. Forget his name. But we let one of our pitchers go.
Yeah, he went to the Dodgers.
So I was mad about that.
Went to the Dodgers. But anyway, yes, you're telling me that. Okay, yeah, Mike Trout, he had a great year. He's an outstanding player. He played good, but he wasn't the valuable. If he played, right, even with a healthy Mike Trout, the Angels ain't beating the Astros. The Angels ain't beating the Rangers. They ain't getting
okay. The question
playoff.
is because I haven't seen the Angels in the postseason in possibly more than 10 years. So who did they put with him to make them think that the Angels are going to be relevant?
They just signed Anthony Rendon from the Nationals.
Rendon.
Yes. So if you want another sleeper, or he can be on my list too. He just signed a Strasburg deal. He just signed 7 years, $245 million for a third baseman. He's gonna play at Rendon. They still got Ohtani but I mean he's the only one that pitches and hits. He's a DH when he's not pitching, and then he pitches from Japan. So Shohei Ohtani also, but I just don't see it. I mean, that's just how I look at it as.
Okay.
But so let me give you. You got
the only other player that I've heard of a lot, but I've never actually seen him play. But I've seen his statistics, and I'm trying to get into that part of baseball first. Jose Altuve.
Good for a little man.
But
So
you got to look.
I still don't like Altuve. Beat us in the World Series.
It's funny that you mentioned that because if you look at the great little men in history, he's top 5.
Yeah, good. He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good. But I mean, if you go listen to my show on There Goes a No Hitter, I have a little beef against the Astros and the Red Sox right now. I'm not liking them.
I swear, my favorite player of all time, former Dodger also, Manny being Manny. As I told you, what got me into the baseball was the steroid era. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh well. That's
I'll never forget the Sammy Sosa.
That's the most exciting era in baseball, but it was not the most relevant. But yeah, I get it. I brought a lot of fans. It brought a lot of fans.
And the last thing about baseball, and last year or 2 years ago, they took my favorite play out of baseball. When the guy's running from second to third and he's running home, they're no longer allowed to collide.
Nope, safety issue. You could thank Buster Posey for that one.
I mean, yeah, giant, right? What a D-head.
Hey, I like it. I look at the equivalent like this. Okay, you're a big football fan. We all know this. Okay.
Yes.
It's just making the game. It's making the game. It's making the game safe.
Hold on. I love basketball right now. Like I am in love with basketball right now.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead.
Just real quick on the end this topic before we get to our next other topic here, real quick, is that it makes the game safer. You can't collide with the player just like you can't. Well, we can't breathe on the quarterback, but it just this ain't like what's that play from the program, right? You lost your bonnet, baby. This isn't Pete Rose crashing in that All-Star game, running them over, running catcher over. You can't do that anymore. It's safer. It's a statistic thing now. You got to have the right angle, blocking the play, all this other stuff.
Okay, I get you. Answer me this one question. When that play has happened, right, and they collide, how many catchers have been hurt other than Buster Posey?
A lot.
On that play.
A lot. But, I mean...
Name 3 off the top of your head. Because I actually had to look it up. And the last person that got hurt before that one actually happened 6 years prior. And it wasn't even a serious one. Buster Posey just happened to be out for a year.
I know. Was it Pudge? Was it Ivan Rodriguez? Was it him?
Wasn't Pudge younger when that happened?
I'm not. No, I don't know. No, he was pretty old because in '93. In '93, that was the best collision of the. Or no, what? 2004. That was 2003. Was the best collision. It was against the Giants. Okay, that was the best thing. Is Pudge gets ran over, holds on to the ball, and they win. And he's holding that ball like this. We won. Yeah, like Spikes. It was awesome. But I don't know off the top of my head. Who is it? Who are the ones that got hurt?
I rest my case.
Well, who was it? Who got hurt? Posey and who?
No, Pudge is the only one that I remember, and it was from years ago.
So 04, 03, yeah.
And this is 2020, and that happened. Oh, okay. So it was a long time ago. But see how excited you got just telling that story? That's what I'm talking about.
But, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I like the rule. But, I mean, I also like the fact that when you lick the quarterback, I mean, and you slam him on the ground and, you know, what's that part of the program, right? You forgot your bonnet, baby.
But hold on. There was a hit this weekend in the NFL. I forget which quarterback. He got laid out. I forget what it was. But, you know, we'll come back to that another time. But at the same time, one of the last topics, NBA teams to look out for in the postseason.
I got 6. I got 3 from each conference, and no, I'm not talking about the top 3. It's okay. It's NBA. Let's get this for listeners out there. It's NBA picks, teams to look out for, not named: Clippers, Heat, Lakers, or Rockets, or Bucks. Okay, those 5 teams that we named. We're not talking about those teams. I got 6 teams. I got 3 from the West, 3 from the East. Would you like to know my teams from the East, Mr. Joey Two Wallets?
Please.
Okay. First off is my hometown here that the Bromigos, 2 of the Bromigos love this team. It's the Orlando Magic. Watch out for the Magic. Okay, watch out for that Magic. Second team. Watch out for the Indiana Pacers. They're almost there. They got a pretty decent record.
You know, they just got Depot back.
Right, they just got Depot back. Okay, and if I look at the let me see here real quick. Okay, the standings here. They 15-5 at home. If they can get their road record above 500, right now they're 8-10. They could possibly get into maybe the 4th seed.
Oh, you're looking at road records?
I'm looking at road records. They're 8.
Go ahead and look and see who's number 1 in the league.
I said we're not talking about that team right now. And if it's road records in the league, it's the Milwaukee's right now. Technically, the away team is better than the Heat. Milwaukee's
the home record.
The home record. Milwaukee is 18-2. Miami is 17-1 at home.
Oh, so 1. Only lost 1 game at home.
But I'm talking about, the road record for the Pacers needs to be a little bit better, and watch out for them. The 4th team people are sleeping on. The third team in the East are sleeping on are the reigning, defending champions, the Toronto Raptors. Everybody thought they were going to fall. But when Kawhi went to LA, they're sitting 4th, 25-13, 14-6 at home, 11-7 on the road. 18-7 in their conference.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's the point guard position that has actually been good, and I'm not even talking about Lowry.
5-3 in the division, if you want to round it all out.
Right, and at the same time, look, the Raptors were number one on my list, but I kid you not. You know what makes them great now? They got rid of DeMar DeRozan, right? We all know that. He's a Spur now. But people keep sleeping on the Gasol brothers. I don't think they realize how great the Gasol brothers are. That's the reason why this is all working right now, because Mark Gasol.
Of course.
Everywhere Gasol is, teams have winning records.
Well, everybody thought it was Kawhi. They thought once Kawhi was gone that they weren't going to do anything. But it's the East.
No, it's not. It's not the East. If you want to be literal about that, the East has more winning teams than the West right now.
They do. They do.
And the only reason why that is because the Warriors are hurt, and then it would be even.
They got 6 teams above 500 right now. They got 6 teams with 23 wins or better. Okay.
Mm-hmm. If you take the bottom 5 teams from the East and the bottom 5 teams from the West, I'll take them bottom 5 teams in the East.
Okay. Well, I might take the ones in the West. Now, I'm going to give you my West teams to watch out for real quick.
Go ahead.
Number 1, the Dallas Mavericks.
Same here. Luka Doncic.
Luka. Keep sleeping on my
the unicorn.
Okay, keep sleeping on my Mavericks. I said the Mavericks are going to beat the Lakers in the playoffs to match up with the Clippers in the conference finals. Clippers, Mavericks, winner goes to the finals. Not Lakers, Clippers, Mavericks, Clippers. Watch out.
Ooh. So you're saying both unicorns are going to beat AD?
Yes, well, AD hurt right now. Did you see that fall?
He's good. He's with the team. He's taking a break.
He might not play tonight.
It's load management. He ain't playing tonight.
He hurt. He needed to be out for like 1 to 2 weeks. That was a hard fall. Second team.
Mm-hmm.
Utah Jazz. Don't be sleeping on the Utah. They good. Okay, Utah Jazz. Don't sleep on Utah. They good. 14-3 at home, 11-9 on the road, 4-2 in the division, 15-7 in the conference. They right there with Houston. They tied for 4th with Houston.
And look, the Utah Jazz will be better. You got to remember, they're still gelling. That starting 5 has been an open and revolving door. It hasn't been solid all year yet.
Now my third team is not in the playoffs right now.
Mine either.
Okay. They're 2-3 games out of the 8th seed. And I need to apologize to this man because I said come All-Star break, he wasn't even going to be with the team. I said he was a role player, 6th player. I need to apologize. I'm saying it right here. All right, for my boys at work my boy Tim at work. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna apologize on the show. I'm sorry, Carmelo Anthony. Sorry I called you a role player. I'm sorry I said in the previous Bro Migo show that you were not gonna be past the All-Star break. Looks like I'm gonna lose that. I'm gonna lose that bet to the chairman.
And he got guaranteed money.
He got guaranteed money. He hit a game winner. He's on fire. Watch out.
Time out. Then you can apologize to me too.
Why? We both said that.
You said Dwight Howard was not going to make it past the All-Star break also. And I said, don't sleep on Dwight Howard.
I'm not talking about Dwight Howard.
But he also got his money. He's guaranteed for the year.
Dwight Howard is not carrying the Lakers.
They just went for a block party. Are you kidding me?
Who started that block party? AD.
And who finished it off in the fourth quarter?
JaVale McGee. And then, Howard had a couple blocks. I get it. We all saw your column.
That's not a couple.
We saw your column. I read your column. Okay?
On Sports Daddy TV blog on Facebook if y'all didn't catch that.
I read your column. I'm just trying to say it's my apology to Mr. Carmelo Anthony. Because Carmelo, I called you a role player. I said you weren't going to be with the team past the All-Star break. He just hit a game winner. He's carrying or help carrying the Portland Trailblazers to possibly getting the sixth, seventh, or eighth seed in the playoffs.
And I hope the next team he's on next year that he might actually get into the postseason, because I actually enjoy watching Melo.
He's gonna get into the postseason this year. Watch it.
They ain't making playoffs.
Yes, they are, man. 6th, 7th, or 8th seed. They're gonna get
Lakers, Clippers, Lakers, Clippers, Thunder, Rocket. Okay, that's 4. Who's the next 4?
Denver, Nuggets, Utah, Dallas.
So, Dallas.
Okay.
San Antonio.
No, they're gonna play. They're gonna beat San Antonio. San Antonio ain't gonna play.
So you see the San Antonio Spurs and Walker the Fourth, who nobody knows, not getting into the postseason?
Yes, man. I think Portland can catch them. They only 3 games.
Rosen, Rudy Gay.
I still think Portland can catch them. Dame
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Look, man. I'm just saying. Like I said, I think Carmelo and Dame. All right, my calendar. It's January 10th at almost 5:00 Eastern time. It's Dame time. Not game time. It's Dame time.
Okay.
You asked my 3.
Okay, so are we betting then? You can write in the book.
Yes,
I'm betting that San Antonio Spurs will make the playoffs and the Blazers won't.
I bet you
$1.
$1. I'll write it down. Another $1 bet. Portland makes the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And San Antonio is at home on the Riverwalk.
And if neither one of them make the playoffs, the bet's off.
Of course. I think Portland makes the playoffs.
I think Portland does not make the playoffs.
All right. I think so. But
all right. Well,
I gave you my 6. Who are your 6? I mean, I know we had a couple that we agreed with there.
Yes, we agreed with Indiana. We agreed with the Raptors. And you know daggone well I'm not picking no Magic. Y'all just beat my team only because we fell asleep. That was the only reason why y'all beat us, because we fell asleep. Like, Spo went to the bathroom, and the rest of the team was like, and then y'all made buckets. Like, that's literally what happened.
We good. They good right now.
And the Raptors, like I said, the league got to stop sleeping on these. They both Hall of Famers. Mark and Powell. Both Hall of Famers. Okay? And those are the only 2 teams I pick in the East, because everybody else, I'm not shocked.
You ain't a fan of Vucic?
Vucic? Yes, I love Vucic from Orlando.
We're averaging 11.2 rebounds a game right now.
I know.
How about Evan Frontier?
I'm surprised he's averaging more than 15 points, to say the truth.
18 points a game. DJ Augustine?
That's not shocking. He's a 6-man potential.
Isaac Steals? Isaac on the blocks?
Man. Look, that kid, I still play with him on 2K. That kid's got potential.
Yeah, I do too, because I picked him up on my team. He's on one of my cards, on my team players on 2K.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not mad at him in any way.
And your West?
Oh, that's easy. We both Mavs. Look, when he moved to point guard, look, me and my boy Marvin at work, we argue about this all the time. He says Luka Doncic is the best player in the league, just about. I'm saying, okay. But there's a guy in the East that you're sleeping on, and that's my hero. Okay? And you can go ahead and ask Christian. Oh, wait, y'all down in Florida. Y'all should know about the hero.
We do, but they, like I said, they big Magic fan. They like the
when
Magic.
Tyler Hero and Luka Doncic go head to head. I don't want to hear nothing. I just want y'all to watch. That's all I'm requesting.
like I said, they big Magic fans. In fact, Christian is he doesn't allow. He records the games when he can't watch them, and if he don't want to know, he don't want to know what's going on. So he don't like to be spoiled. But
now, I've been saying this for years. My top 5 point guards, I do not have Kyrie Irving in there. I still have CP3 above Kyrie Irving, and guess what? He's now got these Thunder in the playoffs. They've got more than 20 wins. They're sitting in the middle of the West when nobody else saw that happening. Everybody's like, oh, CP3 is over there by himself. No, CP3 is over there with Aquaman, and they balling.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest shock to me. But if everybody looks at the San Antonio Spurs, tell y'all right now, man, I call him Walker 4. Watch the film, y'all. That dude is balling. Well, they try to say that he's the next Kawhi Leonard type. He's coming out of San Antonio, so you know he's going to be well coached. And then all y'all sleeping on my man Miles. All y'all sleeping on my man.
Are we sleeping on them or are we sleeping on Pop?
Oh, ain't nobody sleeping on Pop. You watch out, he'll pop you.
Well, I'm just saying, like, can Pop get this team pretty far without the big three? I mean,
yes. I think he can get into the postseason.
All right.
All right. Thank you. This was a good episode. Everybody, I just want to say thank you for watching us. Please, in one way, shape, or form, on the Sports Daddy Network, hit us up on an Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Facebook Sports Daddy TV, Google Podcast, Spotify, YouTube Sports Daddy TV. Instagram is going to be hot right now real soon, real quick. Joey Two Wallets and Big Chief Daddy. The Coastal Bros.
Coastal Bros, and we are out, and we will talk to you soon.
All right.